In this video, we'll extend the code further to create an API that will return these data so that we can render them on the UI. So in this one, you can see it prints again and again. So what we'll do, we'll have a key, for example, this Google Cast, whatever the name comes, that will be the key, and value will be the entire data object that will be putting in a JSON, and one API that can return all those values so that we can consume that API on the UI side and render those values in the form of some cards. So starting with, I'll add one HTTP module, and I will create a server. This takes a function, so I'll define it other place. This function takes two arguments, request and response. So let's say if request dot URL equal slash API, and then we want to return some object, and let's declare this object here. In this we'll be pushing the values, so whenever our data comes on update, it will push this name. So there should be a name first. Name is, I think it is coming always. So when name is there, this will be the key, and the data will be the value. So whatever is the state of this, we'll be able to see it in the API. Now this is server function, we need to listen it, so we'll get a handle of this. Listen, you can just write port, you give, okay, and you can also log asynchronously using a second argument asynchronously. This is better way because this will log only after the server has started listening. If you add a console log after this, it will log immediately. So it will use backticks. Okay, so we'll start it, and other logs we can remove. So if I go to this, oh wait, we have not given slash path, we have given slash API path. So there is some error. Okay, this we have to stringify. Create this again. See, now we are getting, if we keep on refreshing this, we'll get all the updates within single this object, Google Cast. So let me start one FTP server on my phone and I will refresh this. So I have started an FTP server. See, something got added, and this time the keys standard TV2. Yeah, see, FTP related is also coming. So yeah, next is we have to display all these in UI. So we'll start creating one HTML, and this is for slash API path, else it will be returning the HTML. How will return an HTML? We'll create one HTML first. Okay, and this one. To read this file, we require fs and you can read the content of fs synchronously. Smart index.html, we'll have the HTML data, and you can do res.end. This HTML, since we want to refresh it, so let's add one script tag that will reload it after some time. So we want to reload it every 2 seconds. So after 2 seconds we'll do window dot location dot reload. So if I have to launch this again, okay, so now if I go instead of this API, if I go to this path, this is HTML, there is no content, but you can see every 2 seconds it's getting refreshed. So now we are ready. Do one thing, I have less time, so the HTML one I will update while it is paused, and I will show you the code. So first thing is our API need to call our HTML need to call the API. So I will use XML HTTP request for this one. This doesn't require any external library, so I will use this code. So let me do that and resume my recording. So see, I pasted that code, just replaced some part where it was populating in a ID field. Instead of that, I'm doing an alert with the response, and change this part, open get API. So whatever path we had defined, and now you can see it's coming as an alert. Next is we have to display it in cards. So I'll add some HTML elements and I'll resume the recording. Okay, so I removed the alert, added a create card call, and this is the function. Right now it is just logging it, logging whatever the value. So you can see if I go to this, nothing showing up here, but here we can see this data is getting logged. But yeah, now we have the refresh. I'm not able to expand further. So I will pause the reload for now, and I will add the further code and resume after that. So I did the further implementation of this. I added a for loop where I'm iterating over this data, and for these devices I'm creating elements div s3 and all those things that are required for the card. And if you see below, I have created two more functions. You might be getting confused with these notations, underscore and this dollar notation. So this dollar notation and underscore is something, a function that I usually create in all my codes. So dollar one, it is actually calling document.query selector and passing the selector this one, and tag is this one is for document.create element. So wherever create element is done, I can just call this underscore function. And yeah, on the top I added some CSS for the cards, and this is the cards container where cards will get appended. I have uncommented this location dot reload again. So if I go to UI, you can see this data is getting displayed as cards. So this is our MITV, this is our FTP one, and this is the remote control thing. Host is undefined for this, and we can just do one thing. We can restart and see these things getting populated from the beginning. So if I stop this, I'll start this again, go back. See, right now it is just one. You'll be able to see other things getting added. So this is FTP got added. I had to stop and restart the FTP instance. Probably it will broadcast the message after some bigger delay. So that's why, to make it faster for the video, I just stopped and restarted it in the file manager. So it came immediately. And if we wait for some more time, it will again log the or add the card for the RC also. So yeah, I think the purpose of this video is done. I will add these code in a Git repo, and I will add a link to that in the description or the comment. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks.